back to another video with your girl. If you're new here, my name's Candice and I have three beautiful children. Youngest 7 months, then I've got a 5 year old soon to be 6, and I have a 9 year old soon to be 10. And if you're not new here, I am so sorry. I have been missing. I've been MIA for a little bit now. I feel like I'm a broken record. I seem to always say that lately. But yeah, I've had a interesting few weeks, that's for sure. October has been the gift that keeps on giving. I did have plans to do Vlogtober, and yeah, there's been a few things happen that's kind of put a spanner in the works with that. So first and foremost, apologies, guys. I am here. I am struggling, but I am still here. Now, unfortunately, sometimes heartbreak and grief come at the same damn time, and it helps to keep moving through it and still show up as best as I can, really. So, in this video, I'm going to be cleaning through the chaos and try and find some element of peace whilst I do it. So, I'm not trying to sound cryptic in this voiceover. I have had a member of my family pass away recently. Um, it was actually last week, Saturday. And before that, he had been in the hospital for around 7 to 10 days. Um, and yeah, before that, me and my other half have been going through it um, in our relationship. So I've been trying to navigate that whilst, dealing with my sick cousin, then dealing with his passing, and still trying to show up as a good mother, a functioning mother, um, and not let my house go to absolute squalor. Um, yeah, so it's just been hard all round. I'm not sure if I said this before, but I am very in tune with how I feel emotionally in regards to postnatal depression. And I had postnatal depression with my firstborn, Jeremiah, um, but it wasn't as severe as it was with my second-born, Eden. I was really low at that point, and the pandemic didn't help. She was born December 2019, and then she was about 8 weeks when pandemic really hit. So that didn't help the situation. um, in regards to, like, socialization, receiving help, talking to people. I feel like the health service didn't focus on anything else but the pandemic. So everything else kind of fell through the cracks, including myself. And so when I was pregnant, coming towards the end of my pregnancy with my last born, Mackay, I spoke to a health visitor about my concerns about my mental health and postnatal depression. And I've really been putting an effort into making sure I'm at a good state of mind and doing things that bring me joy and happiness, and just taking care of myself so I can take care of my kids. I've been making sure that that is a priority. So I think for the most part, I've been doing a good job. But this month has really, really, like, knocked me off my feet. I'm not gonna lie. It's been really hard, really, 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 really hard. And I could easily shy away and not talk about it, especially on the internet. Um, but in ways, this channel has given me such a space to be able to say what I want and just put it out there. um and it's been helping massively. It's been helping me to be creative and doing something that makes me happy, and then also gives me a platform to sort of share whatever's on my mind. If it's anything, everything, nothing, it's just there for you know me to use. So this has actually been quite therapeutic. I would also say that cleaning, cleaning, it's like, I don't know, a saving grace. I've got like a love and hate relationship with cleaning. Like, I hate feeling that I have to do it, but once I'm doing it and I'm focused and I'm there, scrubbing away or spraying away, and I'm just watching the dirt and the dust just disappear. Ooh, it a next level of like, I don't know, what's that happy emotion? I can't even think. Endorphins, next level. And yeah, that's been helping. So I thought, I've neglected my house for a couple of weeks now. This was actually filmed, um, I want to say like 4 days after my cousin had passed. And the house was just getting worse and worse. And I have been worse and worse, to be honest. I've been sort of riding the wave of being okay and then sinking into a form of like, I don't want to say depression because it's a strong word. I don't think it's depression. Grief. Grief, that's what it is. Words are evading me, obviously, because of course it's grief. And just immense pressure on my relationship. Those were just flowers and a bottle of wine because Mr. is creeping. Because I told him to creep, because he's been in the wrong. We've just been having some troubled times, which I don't feel that I want to get into right now. Maybe in the future. But yeah, we've been going through it. Um, so that's him of his way of trying to get in my good graces. Which I said to him, that should be, you know, all the time. Do that as an all the time thing. Like, every Friday, every week. Where's my flowers? Where's my bottle of wine? He used to actually get me a bottle of wine every week, and I told him to stop that because um, we was trying to conceive Mackay, so I didn't want to be like consuming that much alcohol. So he hasn't done that since then. Um, Near on 2 years, I think. But yeah, I want that back. At least the flowers, anyway. Um, so yeah, just it's just a lot. I suppose maybe I should give some context or some background as to what happened with my cousin. Um, he has been poorly for a long time now, probably about 15 years. Um, and he was 39, soon to be 40. It would have been his 40th birthday on the 10th of January. But yeah, he's been poorly. Initially, it was diabetes, and he didn't actually take his medication for a couple of years at least. I would put that down to being stubborn, being in denial, and being young. He was about 17 when he was diagnosed. So, yeah, he eventually started taking his medication. Um, but by that point, damage had been done to various organs. Um, he had lost a lot of weight. He was constantly throwing up, like violently throwing up, to where he could potentially break ribs throwing up. Cannot keep anything down. Um, had to be fed through a peg at points. He had a pacemaker to make the food stay in his digestive tract and sort of move through his body. Otherwise, it would just come up. If there's so many um, consequences to not taking that medication, and the effect that it had on his body ultimately. Um, but yeah, he was severely depressed. He'd been through a lot of pain over the years, and he'd just had enough. Um, and I think his body just gave up. Um, and that's kind of hard to accept, that he wanted to go And ultimately, I'm happy that he's not in pain anymore, but it just seems so surreal that he's not going to be here anymore. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just it's been a lot. Um, it was my aunt's only son as well, so I'm really feeling it for her at the moment. And she's a trooper. She's so strong. She always has been, and she's just one of those people that is like a mother to everybody. She's so mothering. When you first meet her, she's very tough, very stern. You think, oh, okay, bit stuck up, aren't you? But she's not. She's got a heart of gold, and I just want to be there for her as and when I can. And I mean, I've got a young family, so I can't do as much as I would like to. My mum's there for her though. My mum is absolutely there for her. Um, so yeah, I don't know, guys. I might put some music on because I'm not sure I can speak anymore without tearing up. So I had a little pause, guys, and composed myself, and now I'm okay again. Um, yeah, so gotten through the living room. I did quite a thorough job for me. The kids are actually with my dad at this point. They're still with my dad now. He's had them for the first week of the half term. They're actually off school for 2 weeks. So I've got them next week. So I need to just start doing something fun, some fun activities with them. Um, but yeah, it just gave me a chance to um, grieve a bit on my own, without the kids being there. I didn't want them to see me in, such a sad state. So this was actually planned before my cousin passed. So it just timed well in that sense. Um, yeah, so they're with my dad at the moment. They've been to, I think they went to Lego Discovery Centre in Birmingham. He's also took them out and about places, I don't know. But yeah, spending quality time with granddad so I can be there for my aunt and get a bit of cleaning up done, and not the usual just tidying up, actually cleaning. Um, so yeah, I do a more of a thorough job on this living room than I would normally get to. I also get to do a little bit more in the kitchen. I say a little bit, it is a little bit because I still have Mackay. Um, I think he's either with his dad at this point or is in his no, he's not in his jumperoo because his jumperoo is in this room. He's sat with his dad while his dad's working in the conservatory. Um, yeah, so I still have him, so I can't do as much as what I would like anyway. But yeah, love it. Nice clean living room, and even got the diffuser on. That makes you feel good as well. A nice scent in the house. It made me feel so good. The living room's actually still like this, believe it or not. Quite a few days, what, 3 days later, still like this. Love that for me. Um, so yeah, just pottering around the kitchen, trying to tidy up. Um, there are a few things that I want to get to, like these glass jars on the side. They need a home because basically, I was trying to do some sort of like aesthetic thing that you see on TikTok, where they've got everything decanted into glass jars and all this stuff. So I put my self-raising flour and my plain flour, and I think I might have put some coconut flour in there too, in separate jars, obviously. And then, you know, just as I would leave, I didn't leave the flour any longer than I would normally. They're just being decanted. So I've gone to use the flour to make some pancakes for the kids and I. And there was all these like little, I don't even, just insects in them. I don't know if it's maggots or what. Just things crawling all in the flour. Even now, saying it is making me itch. Um, and the only thing I can think is because I've decanted it and the seal's not 100% tight, or um, that's how it would normally be, and I've just eaten maggots or whatever they were my entire life because I've never decanted before. I've just used like a crocodile clip to close the original packaging and finish the flour when I get to finishing it. That makes me want to vomit. Like, I wish I had saved video footage of it because it was actually disgusting. If anybody else has experienced that, do let me know because I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one. And who's getting through all that flour? Like, it takes me ages to get through flour. I don't think I've ever finished a bag of flour before, ever. So, as I said, the kids are away and I'm actually really missing them. Um, the first day that they went away, by the evening, my other half was like, "Oh, missing the kids." And I'm like, "Babes, they've not even been gone 12 hours. Like, how are you missing them? Are you not like feeling that you can breathe a little bit?" Um, but he's basically, it's because he's gone away to South Africa. Um, and because he knew he was going and wasn't going to see them for um, about 10 days, he is, you know how it goes. You already miss them because you know you're not going to see them for an extended period of time. Whereas I know they're coming back very shortly. So I'm trying to, suck in all this free time that I'm getting. Um, but yeah, he's gone to South Africa. Is on the plane now, actually. His flight was delayed. No, I'm lying. His flight was cancelled and then it was it wasn't rescheduled. So they tried to get a flight to Ethiopia. They couldn't get that flight. They put them on another flight direct because I think initially they were supposed to go to Germany and from Germany go to South Africa. So he was supposed to catch like the 6 p.m. flight and he's ended up catching the 10 p.m. direct. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 4.5 hours between flights, and he's only an hour and a half delayed on the other side. So it actually worked out better for him. Um, so yeah, he's on his way there now. Um, I'm jealous. I'm not too jealous because my friend's planning her 40th next year, same time next year. And we're planning to go to South Africa. So he can let us all know what it's like, um, and we will experience it next year. I'm so excited, guys. We haven't even booked anything, and I'm excited. Although I've not saved a penny, not saved a penny, but I am on maternity leave. So who's saving on maternity leave? Not me. I ain't got no money. Um, but I'm planning to go back the first week of January, I believe. So I'll start making some money again. Although I'm not going to go back full time. I just think my kids are so young. I want to spend a bit of time, especially Mackay. I want to spend a little bit of time with him. Because you don't get that time back, do you? Work is always there, but time with your loved ones, it isn't, as we all well know. Um, my cousin didn't even get to reach his 40th birthday. Um, yeah, and I'm 38 next month. So I kind of feel, I don't know if it's irrational or whatever, but you know, I've got 2 years, if that, because I'm very morbid, guys, if you don't know. I try not to be. I try not to, but there's just this lingering thing at the back of my head. But I guess that ultimately helps me to live my life. So you know, I don't let money and that kind of stuff bother me too much. I If I want to go and do something, I go and do it. If I want to go somewhere, I go. Um, and yeah, I just try and live my life that way and make memories with the people that I love, memories. Why can't I talk? Memories with my children that they will cherish. Um, because tomorrow's not promised. So I could, go tomorrow or whenever, and I want them to have good, fond memories with mummy. Um, so yeah, life I feel live, guys. That's my motto. Life I feel live. That's very poor patois for life is for living. Life I feel live and live the life you love. You know. So yeah. Anywho, does anybody else have any sort of like mantras that they live by? It'd be interesting to know how other people deal with things. Um, Another thing, when I was, I guess, a bit younger, I used to really like get caught up in things that I couldn't change. Um, Something that happened, and I'd really stress out about it, and I guess I'd start to unravel. Um, and then I suppose, I think even before my son was born, so before I was 27, I sort of lent on the fact that you can't cry over spilt milk. Like, whatever it is, whether I've lost money or an item, whether it be anything, like if it's happened and there's no way to resolve it or fix it, I literally put it out of my mind. Like, I can't even give you any advice as to how I do that. I just literally stop thinking about it. I think about other things. I go and do something else, keep my mind occupied on something else, because there's no point me sitting in that feeling and getting myself worked up and unraveling and just, obsessing over that thing that I cannot change. I just let it go. Um, yeah, let it go. There's no point. So yeah, it'll be interesting to know what other people do in regards to like having a healthy mind state or any sort of life mantras they kind of live by. Um, I always find those kind of things interesting and helpful, because if it's positive thinking, I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. So I'm just coming towards the end of the video now, I believe. Yeah, I've got about 3 minutes left, 3 or 4 minutes left. Um, this section is just me doing a bit of dusting in my room, hoovering, changing the bed, lining, and clearing this. I think this dressing table, no, makeup table. It's got like brushes and things like that inside. And I originally bought it thinking that I was going to sit down and do my makeup and blah blah blah. It's a dumping ground. I've had it for a fair few years, mind you. It's actually moved house. It used to be in a flat that I had before, and then we moved into this house, and I brought it along with me. But yeah, I hardly use it. I did at one point used to use it when I was working from home, and then I got my home office. So I was able to actually work from my desk in the loft. So I very rarely use that now. Um, but yeah, I'm waffling. Just want to say thank you, the silent listeners or silent watchers, for allowing me the space to waffle on at you and be my sort of silent support system. I appreciate you very much. I really, really do. Probably more than you will even know. It's taken a lot for me to sit down and do this voiceover. But it's sort of given me a push that I needed to, get my house in order, get filming something, and vocalize how I'm feeling. So I love and appreciate you guys. Oh, the monitor's going off and Makai's crying. So thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff. Hopefully, I'll see you next week. I'll give you an update as to how I'm feeling and stuff. But yeah, look forward to catching up with you in the next one. Bye.